News 46 is brought to you by Dickey's Barbecue Pit, Pahrump, where we speak barbecue. News is also brought to you by Golden Casino Group, where you'll always find great fun, good food, and fantastic entertainment, all at Gold Town, Lakeside, and the Pahrump Nugget. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight on News 46, an attached garage and car is destroyed by flames. One person is airlifted following an accident, and hateful words are erased from a business. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Friday, August 12th, 2016. I'm Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. A fully engulfed garage and pickup truck on the south side of town caught fire today. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue responded to a fully engulfed structure fire this afternoon on Carberry Street just off of Pahrump Valley Boulevard. A pickup truck was also involved in the fire and a complete loss as well. One animal was still inside the home. Fire Chief Scott Lewis told News 46 this afternoon that the poodle was removed from the structure and was being treated. There was no occupants inside the home at the time of the fire. However, a water tender truck pulled up from a private contracting company and helped extinguish the flames. Fire Chief Scott Lewis said that this is something that he discourages people from doing, that it is highly dangerous for the firefighters that were working inside the structure at the time. The cause of the fire is unknown at this time. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue is investigating. News 46 was told by a neighbor that this home caught fire just a few years ago. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. And the driver of a Jeep was mechanically entrapped in his car today after crashing into a truck on Highway 160 and Simpkins. News 46 caught up with Sergeant Carlos Rivera from Nevada Highway Patrol.
Right now what we're looking at is a two-vehicle motor accident crash that occurred here 160 and Simpkins. There was a white Jeep that was coming off of Simpkins, and he was preparing to, it looks like he was going right or southbound onto 160. And then we have a red color pickup truck that was traveling southbound on 160. And it looks like the driver of the white Jeep just failed to yield right away from a stop sign.
And is that the person that was entrapped in the vehicle?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
How many occupants of both vehicles do you know?
One occupant, both drivers of each vehicle.
And we have Mercy Air landing right now here at the Calvada Airport to transport the victim of the white Jeep, right?
Correct, that is correct.
And then is he going to be transported to Las Vegas then?
I would assume so. I would assume they're going to fly him into Las Vegas. Right now he is conscious and alert.
And so right now we're just diverting traffic around it. We don't have a full closure of the roadway.
Correct, that is correct.
And then will you be issuing a citation?
Once we complete our investigation and once we do find that we do have somebody at fault, then we will take the proper enforcement action for this.
Give us some advice.
When you come up to a stop sign, make sure that you look left, look right, look left again, and make sure it's clear to do so. A lot of times what we see happening on these intersections, especially when you get one or more vehicles on there, some drivers do feel compelled because there's vehicles behind them. They feel compelled that they have to move forward quickly. This is not the case right here. And we just ask people that you need to pack your patience when you come out and drive on the highway, and you need to make sure that it is safe to obtain the roadway that you're trying to turn a right or left or go across on.
For those people that are kind of pushing those other drivers to hurry up through that intersection, they need to know this is a decision that they need to feel comfortable making, right?
That is correct. You have thousands of pounds of vehicles moving on the highway, and unfortunately, people bring their impatience onto the roadways, and this causes crashes out here.
And a group from Nye Communities Coalition volunteered yesterday to clean up graffiti on a business located on David Street that police are investigating as a hate crime. We caught up with the victims of the crime, Vic and LaShonda.
It was a very unexpected surprise. I was informed about it just about 2 days before that by Ms. Smith, who heads that coalition, and she said that a crew would be out there on Thursday, which was yesterday, to help us clean up. And it just caught me by surprise, and she asked me if I was going to be there, that I didn't have to be there. I said I wouldn't miss it for the world, and I showed up at 6 o'clock when she said they would be there.
You both were out there painting, helping?
Yes, definitely. I love the ROTC crew. They're funny, they're giggly, and they're just up to life. I'm glad that I prayed that someone would come and help us. Going to Church of Harvest helps us pray, and my prayers got answered, that someone came in, saved the day for us.
So they decided to cover up all of this really graphic, just graffiti that had a lot of really just amazingly disturbing content.
Yes, yeah, they did. They actually covered up the major part of the building. They went almost to the roof, and they did cover up all that offensive stuff.
And so tell me what your thought was when they contacted you originally to tell you that they were going to be doing this.
Like I said, I was very surprised, and then I was actually really glad that I didn't have to do all this by myself, because some of that stuff is really hard to get to, but they had a whole bunch of ladders and tools and stuff, and they got the job done in almost no time.
The Youth Works program. They told me that they focused on the words right away, that they had to get rid of those.
Exactly, and I was like, oh, thank you. And then there's a young lady, Kaylee, and she scared me because she was on the ladder to reach the high tops.
Yeah.
So I'm like holding it. She's like, you're going to give me a heart attack. She's like, I'm used to it. I was like, bless her heart. She is the sweetest thing.
So how's the place look now?
Looks great. I'm actually motivated to go there and work now.
Yeah.
I haven't worked in about 3 months.
What was it like for you to see that?
Because it's my livelihood. I mean, we are almost insolvent right now because of this.
When we return, we're going to talk about body cameras for the Nye County Sheriff's Office officers.